So people came out to give their testimony and we don't believe them. Why are you in disbelief? Why are you doubting these people? Because for all I know, these miracles, these testimonies they are giving is nothing compared to what is in the Bible. Someone said a lion gave her a lift and you don't believe that miracle. Someone said he was attacked by knife and gun and nothing could penetrate. You don't believe it. A woman says she placed her pastor's sticker on her cylinder and since then she never bought gas again. You don't believe it. But you believe in the Bible that someone walked upon the sea. All these things started from the Bible. Is it because those miracles were not recorded in the Bible? Is that why you are in doubt and disbelief? All of a sudden, you want to be logical. You want to think about it, but you don't want to think about the Bible. Let's have a look at some miracles in the Bible. 2 Kings 2:24. Elisha was mocked for being bad. And then he prayed to God, and all of a sudden, from nowhere, bears came out from wood and attacked these people. Is that not a miracle? And it's nothing compared to what these people are saying, and you don't want to believe. Let's have another look. Number 21, 4-9. God instructed Moses to create a bronze serpent on a pole that anyone bitten by a venomous snake would look at the bronze serpent and live again. Moses created a serpent, hung it on a pole. If a venomous snake bites you, you look at that serpent and you will live. So you believe this miracle and you don't want to believe the testimonies people are giving. Like, what is wrong with you? Why do you want to think about it now? Start by reflecting what is in the Bible. What they are saying started from the Bible. They are not the first person to come and tell you what is confusing. It started from the Bible. Let's have a look at another miracle. The same book of Exodus. You believe in the book of Exodus that Moses' rod turned river into a blood, killing fishes. That is for the people of Egyptians. There is no water left for them to drink again. Moses' rod turned river into a blood. You believe this miracle, but you don't want to believe what the chosens are saying. Their testimonies, you don't want to believe. Why are you doubting them? What God cannot do does not exist. Let's have a look at another miracle. You are not the one to tell them what happened in their life. It is their work to tell you what happened because they are not there. So all you have to do is to believe. If you believe your Bible, you have to believe them too. Now it says, Moses stretched out his hands and the Lord caused the water to divide. That is in Exodus 14:21-23. You believe this miracle. That Moses stretched out his hands on a sea and then the Red Sea was divided for the people of Israel to pass. So Moses stretched out his hands and his hand and a sea was divided. You believe this miracle and this story in the Bible, but you don't believe a man who told you that he was attacked by knife and gun and they couldn't do anything to him. He was shot, he couldn't penetrate. The knife on his head and it sounded cockeye. And nothing happened to him. You do not believe a woman who told you she placed a pastor's sticker on her cylinder and since then she never bought gas again. You don't believe it. Or is it that a lion gave a woman a lift and at the end said goodbye? You don't believe it. But mind you, serpent spoke to a woman in the Bible for a long story. Do you believe the story of Jonah in fish belly? If you believe this story, you have to also believe the testimonies. Is it because these testimonies are not recorded in the Bible? I ask again, why are you in disbelief? I want to know. What about Samson and pillar of house? Samson that used his hand to pull down the pillar of house. You believe this story, but you don't want to believe their testimony. You get believe hand. You have to believe all of that. Okay, so what about loaves of bread? Multitude of people we are fed with how many loaves of bread, and then at the end, how many baskets we are left? Basket of fishes and bread. It started from the Bible, right there. God and Jesus fed how many people with 20 loaves of bread and fishes, and how many baskets of leftovers do we have after this? You don't want to believe their testimony, but you believe your Bible. That is a lie. Are you doubting God? What God cannot do does not exist. You have to believe it too. So how many again? What about consuming fire? A sacrifice was consumed. All of a sudden, fire come from heaven, broo, blah, and consume the sacrifice. You believe it, but you don't want to believe their testimony. You get believe, Hancho. So you know what you are doing. All of a sudden, you want to be logical. What about your pastor that said his son traveled out of the country through the toilet? So you believe that one because it's coming from your pastor, or you chose him to believe. So these miracles and testimonies should come from certain people before you believe it, Abby. You don't want to think. All of a sudden, you are thinking and being logical about it, but to believe the Bible and everything. So you know what you are doing, Abby. Some people are actually taking this thing serious. So okay, I rest my case.